If this footage doesn't come out right, we tried. We're gonna redo the whole video tomorrow again.
No,
but
we said we were gonna do this video raw.
But I hope that everything comes out and we come out clear. It's Valentine's Day, 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, and we are on our way to Alfa Romeo, which is 30 minutes away, because we are picking up Crystal's car.
Yeah.
We are picking up the Alfa Romeo that we have been waiting on patiently for the last
my heart.
90 days.
I'm gonna throw up. It feels like a century, so.
So what we don't typically do in our videos is try to film raw. We always have like a whole bunch of edits, cut up, I'm still gonna chop this up and cut it up so it's not boring, but I'm gonna try to keep it as raw as possible. So you guys get the full effect of kind of what we're going through right now.
Yeah.
Because you guys have been waiting for this just as long as we have.
Excited.
For those of you guys who are new here, haven't been here with the channel for a very long time, this is Crystal's first real build. I've had my own personal builds. I got Crystal into modifying cars. She came up from OA Honda. She got the Alfa as her next kind of big purchase.
Yeah.
And we went through modifying it, and we were just documenting on YouTube, and kind of we turned it into this whole snowball of
and
effect.
Now we're modded motors.
And now we're modded motors, and now we modify a whole bunch of different cars. And
now we're dropping transmissions and
all this crazy. Well, we're already doing that, but not doing it recording. So
That's true.
this has kind of come to a really cool point because we are now funded by the viewers, and you guys have been funding us, and we've been saving up our little tokens of dollars to kind of do this project. You guys, because you guys gave us so much viewership, because you guys have supported us, and a lot of our videos have done really well for the Alfa community. We have a lot of sponsors in the works.
Yep.
And then Delira, who we're going to go see right now, Jose, signed on as our first official sponsor for the channel Modded Motors. That means that a lot of this cost obviously is not coming out of our pocket, if I can say that. Thank you to Delira Design. Thank you to Jose for everything you've done and everything he has done. And this is 100% his work of art, and this is something he really wanted to do on top of us really wanted to do it. And it really helps with the exposure that you guys gave us. Obviously, we wouldn't be in this position to be getting a custom paint job if it wasn't for you guys. And all the other parts that we have added to this car, which we have a few different things added to this car. Crystal has not even seen a picture of it. She hasn't seen the final color. She hasn't seen all the pieces that we purchased for the car, put onto the car. She hasn't seen everything fully assembled. Next person I'm going to thank is Alfissimo for making sure that all the parts that we got, other than I think except one, was all purchased through Alfissimo. Huge help throughout this whole entire process.
Seriously.
I can't thank Jason enough for all the support he's given us as well. Yeah, so disclaimer, it's finished but not finished. We still have to wait for some of those parts to actually come and get and delivered to our door. We also have a ton of parts that have been stocked up waiting for the car.
Oh, they don't even know about
half the stuff we ordered.
Oh my god, guys. I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna explain this one time because I know usually with Alfa videos we do pretty well in views, and I always get somebody that's new to the channel and they come and say, why would you do that to a 2.0 Giulia? Why? This makes absolutely no sense. I wouldn't spend that money. You could have just bought a QV for that price point. We bought the car way under market for $18,000. It's a deal that I was working for a very long time. It was a clean title, 30,000 miles, but we only paid about 18 grand for the car, a little bit over that, right? The only reason we bought that car is because Crystal wanted a car under $20,000 to replace her Honda with, because she had equity in her Honda and pretty much owes like next to nothing on the car.
It was paid off.
The Honda was paid off. Giulia next to nothing as far as the payment on the vehicle.
Yeah. A
lot of the stuff we've bought is secondhand or obviously gently used. So yeah, I'll pretty much the cost to replicate this build would be a lot different from what we actually spent to make this car what it looks like. With Sparko seats, with the paint, with all the sponsorships, everything, including the new parts that we got, we're like barely crossing over $30,000 on the car. To be fair, I've been doing this for a very long time. I've been doing this since I was 14-year-old, building and buying parts and reselling on the marketplace. So that also helps significantly when it comes to helping her build her first car. Overall cost is still less than what you would buy a brand new TI for. But the Giulia 2.0 is really underrated for the value that it provides. I do think the QV is a masterpiece, and you cannot compare a 2.0 to a QV by any stretch of the imagination. But don't undersell the 2.0 and its competitors against the market. I think the Giulia is the best car, the 2.0, on the market for the price, especially if you can get a great deal on it. I'm a huge advocate for the Alfa Romeo brand. I'm a huge advocate for the Giulia. I owned a Giulia prior to Crystal owning her Giulia, and I have even more so fallen in love with the car's second time around, as I've got to appreciate a lot more of the things that we've been able to do to it. I believe there's only 2,500 or 1,500 QVs that were sold in the United States, like in total, through the years of production. So I also don't think that people would appreciate us turning a QV into a tuner car and completely modifying. I don't think it would be taken too kindly. They really don't like what we mess with the 2.0, so the QV wouldn't be taken kindly either.
Yeah. Merch. Would you guys be interested in merch?
I've always thought it was kind of like I don't know, it's kind of weird. I don't still see people viewing us, even though we have 2,000 subscribers. I don't see people watching us, so let alone selling merch. But a lot of you guys have.
It just feels weird being a YouTuber.
We're just normal people. I work a full-time job. Crystal's,
I guess it's like we still have our life, and then we do YouTube on the side for you guys to help you guys out. So we're YouTubers, but we don't see. We're like still normal people. We still go to car meets. We still kick it with the homies. Like it's not. Our life hasn't changed. Like it's changed, but not like. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm still DMing like everybody back, responding to every comment. I'm like, man, this is a lot of work.
But I know I've seen some comments in the past about where our merch is at. We just didn't want to make merch and nobody buy it.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird, right?
That'd be kind of awkward, right? Like, here's our merch and no one buys it. I'm like, all right.
Here's my merch drop. Nothing.
Negative.
My dad buys it.
Like 5 people. our family's wearing our merch. All right, well, that's where the $10 went.
Yeah, but honestly, if we do end up putting out merch, we do start going down that process. It's to build more content because this stuff is very expensive. On the reverse end, right? The $30,000 we have spent is all out of our pocket. It's all funds we put up front. All the other cars that we own, obviously upfront costs. Obviously, those are our personal cars, and we're not asking you guys to fund us.
We all know that Alpha parts aren't cheap.
But if we did come out with merch and we did start selling stuff, it would be 1,000% just to promote more projects.
Yeah.
Anywhere it jumps
Let
to.
us know. The jumpsuit.
It says modded motors on the back, but like in like flames and stuff.
Like a ski mask. Oh no.
I don't know what you're thinking, but my thought was completely different. Well, I think we envisioned two completely different things there. I'm really excited. Crystal's really excited. I hope we don't overhype it. Again, I'm gonna try not.
Oh God. If this color sucks, I'm not posting this video. I'm not.
What a better way to spend Valentine's Day, huh? Go and pick up a car with your wife. Her car. I'm the loser. I don't have any cars.
You have a IS and the minivan. Give yourself credit, Dan. Come on, Sparks.
Hey, Mrs. Sports, show me the GPS.
The lights make the
right. Thanks for that GPS.
Wait, am I supposed to look?
Yeah, you can turn around now.
Who that? Hash it down the middle, girl, he do that. Playing all the games, like tryna do that. I bet the last nigga wonder where his boo at. Ooh, I like the things you're saying to me. Ooh, you already know what I'm tryna do. And baby, I know you got something to prove. Ooh, you a rock, so I'll do it for the bands. I love the way when you do it with no hands. We can go all night, baby, I ain't got no plans. She fucking with a red.
That's sick, right?
What is, oh.
What do you think, Wonder Motors?
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that is fucking crazy. You want to go through one more time everything that you went through? Here's the man, the myth, the legend.
Well, I guess I installed the different front end. The cold shades where the emblem holes were. Everything was fitted.
So we're running the QV fenders, obviously, the QV front bumper. We shaved off the emblems because we didn't want to get it mistaken for a QV because it's obviously not a QV. But the front bumper's obviously QV as well. But if you guys know, obviously the Giulia has active aero. The QV has active aero. So making this work with a non-QV was
It was not too difficult, but it was a lot of fab.
The fucking trim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then the trim no longer.
So we're still missing obviously these pieces, but he made it work with he had to cut up the old bumper.
So this I trimmed, so this slides actually in there, and then it bolts up to the bottom. See? So use a factory one.
That's awesome. And then we had this. We were working on this. Jose did a great job on this, but we're gonna end up going with the OEM
one.
But I do really like the way that this ended up coming out. So another thing we did was the trim is obviously all black now. If you guys know, we had the chrome trim prior to. That's obviously paint as well. Door jambs included. Mr. Jose did not skip any steps. And then one of our favorite things is the carbon roof. We do still have to come back to kind of do the finishing touches on the car. Obviously we have, if you guys can't see it too well, we'll do a better video in the morning, but we have the QV diffuser, and then Jose made that work. That was kind of complex to get to work
fit it as best as I can.
It was a rough fit, man. Obviously you can see that crash bar coming through, but once we get the actual V put in, you won't see that anymore. These parts are coming in from Alfissimo, you won't see that anymore. But yeah, crazy colors, man. What do you think, dude?
Bro, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this.
That's
Does
clean.
that make sense?
Yeah, that's clean.
Alfa Romeo did a really good job with the build of this car, just because everything's aluminum, which is lightweight. I literally could carry the doors by myself, and the way that it's bolted, it's like pretty much like if they made it like, you don't like this color, you know, it will make it easy for the body shop, because it was just like the single switch, couple bolts, and there's an alignment, like kind of like an alignment thing that goes onto the hinges where it just settles on there. It's good to go.
Pretty much easy.
Yeah. So I was like looking at it, and as it came together, I was like, damn, this looks good.
Damn, I did a fucking good job.
At the other shop, I did the whole paint process.
Yeah.
Once I started piecing it together, that's when I'm like, holy crap, Alfa makes these cars?
That's awesome, man. Hopefully that's what it does, man. It gives it some brand awareness,
right?
Getting some people to get some eyes on it, man. But this thing is badass. I'll probably pick it up in the morning just to give them a better view of the paint.
Probably gonna cry on the way home, so I don't know.
But yeah, there you go.